as fathers, one of the things that is uppermost in our minds is when our children become adults, we are concerned about the kind of partners they choose.
They choose, of course.
Because we look at the people who have some money, recognize one thing, that they are very, very concerned about who the children marry to.
Of course.
Because they have no intention for a careless person to come in the family and waste the family resources. They have no intention for that to happen. The family's wealth must be built up, not taken down. You understand? So you can't blame them for that.
No.
And why shouldn't we take the same approach to?
Take it too.
You have to protect your family.
But this is one of the going back to the situation with the parents. If we remember Abraham and Isaac, the father was so concerned about the partner that he would have. He did not allow the partner to be chosen from among the nations. That was, listen, boss, promise me, take your hand and put it under my thigh.
Right here, sir.
Me not really understand the relevance of that, but it must have been some significant.
It's about making a pledge.
I want you to go back so.
Yes, sir.
And you see over where I come from, that is where I want you to go and find a lady that has the characteristics that I would want, right?
So what are you saying?
No, seriously. So, and that is what he wanted for his son. And the servant pledged to do so, and that is how.
And did a good job too.
And that is how.
Yes.
I mean,
I feel strongly about that, brother Patrick. You have to monitor who.
Yes. It can't be just any old lady.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. Going back now to the question, which is bad examples. Bad example of a father would have been father of Samson.
Oh yes.
Bad example. I don't remember his name just now, but Samson saw the Philistine girl.
She
and
pleases me
said
well.
he cheat. What? Can you imagine when he looked at that girl? He said, hallelujah. This one, please, just looking at her. Go and get her for me.
Yes,
and they what?
Bring
They
her to me
complied. They complied. And it was that whole setup was not, and the parents were able to, mother and father said, can't you find one
in Israel?
In Israel, even one.
So
as fathers, as is being said here, as fathers, we have to also offer some guidance,
of course,
to our children in the selection of the what? Of their partners.
Of course.
Right? Yeah. Another thing that came out of that setup with was it Jacob who wanted the daughter, the Leah and Rachel, and he had to work. In Ellen White's writing,
get the wrong one.
Get the wrong one. Got tricked. Got tricked.
Big one.
All right. But in the writing, it says that the arranged marriages and that period of work was supposed to be beneficial to the marriage, you know? Because if a man could not afford to pay the dowry, he would work. You see the fly-by-night relationships, a man not going to spend the time. He's going to move on to something more lucrative and easier to get. Right? So that was supposed to prove who was willing to prove his character. To prove his character. So here it is again that even our own Western way of thinking can be a little detrimental to us, because sometimes we lend to
Samson's approach.
Samson's approach. Right.
All the situation that was just stated pointed straight to that. One young man's desire to be unequally yoked.
Burning desire.
Burning desire with a Philistine woman who he thinks pleases him well. One father saying, my son will not be unequally yoked. And instead send back to the old country to get a wife. It is saying that our responsibility as father/parent is awesome.
Because we have to be even thinking not only of them,
yes,
but the generation after that. Because it says a wise man will leave an inheritance for his children's children.
Yep.
So you're concerned not only about your children.
Well, it is that inheritance that you can't make a careless boy come and waste.
No way.
You cannot let that happen.
Yes.
I like it. I like the strength to put on it still.
No, but you can't let that happen.
Serious.
Manoah was the name.
Manoah.
Okay, Manoah.
It cannot
That's
happen.
the reason why I
You
know.
cannot allow it to happen.
That's the reason why I know. I heard a speaker said once that, as fathers, during the night when everybody's sleeping, get on your knees. You have your son and your daughter and go into the room and pray over them. Let them feel that something is happening.
Yes.
And let them feel the connection, because it is very important.
Listen, no one, and I am a lover of the book of Job. To me, no other father exemplifies this posture like he did.
Man say,
The man prayed for his children every day.
for sacrifice, for adventure.
For sacrifices himself.
For adventure.
Just in case.
We're not sure if they sin,
No!
We're not sure.
That's it.
Adventure.
What is it?
But
Just in case they sin, Father, I am coming to you.
Yes.
From now. Cover them.
Yes.
We're not sure.
Basically, no.
Not
He
sure.
was asking God to forgive them, but what didn't do him do yet?
They do it.
You understand?
Yes.
But that's what a father's responsibility is.
So him prepare it and put it on.
He is saying, God, this is mine.
It's
It's like him making an enlargement into the bank
Yes, man.
of grace.
Yes, man.
It's an enlargement into the bank of grace. He's saying, Father,
Yes, sir.
listen, please cover them.
Cover.
You understand?
Of course.
We have a responsibility as fathers. And something, truth be told, I have seen in recent times in Jamaica where fathers are showing much greater desire to be with their children. But we're not getting the kind of respect that we should get. All because sperm donors in the past and present have done things contrary to the will
To the law.
of the society. You understand? As a businessman, I see it in my business. Sunday coming is Mother's Day. Yeah, Father's Day. Couple of weeks ago, we had Mother's Day. At this time, coming down to this time, Friday, for Mother's Day, I have to ensure that everything was in place and all the plans have been done.
Because
and
so many
preparation
people.
made. Because Mother's Day is going to be a mother's.
That's right.
Sunday, which is Father's Day, makes no difference.
True, yeah.
I have to
normal
make
day.
no special plan. It's a regular day.
Regular day.
Yet I have been sitting inside there many times and see fathers coming with their children, especially with their daughters. Sit down, have a meal with them, laugh with them, go on there, have ice cream. But we don't seem to recognize that.
Not being advertised.
It's not being advertised. We prefer the old stereotype of saying,
Worthless man.
your poopa worthless.
Worthless man.
But we have a responsibility, gentlemen, as Christian men, Christian
Change
fathers,
that
to
make an
be such an
impression.
example that people will see that, listen, there's a different way. So that the younger born will say, listen to me. I have sat with some men and on a certain lifestyle.
That's right.
So what you're showing me outside there, so it's not what I'm interested in. It's what I see the men
That's right.
that follow God.
All right.
It's them I want to follow.
So let's go back now. We asked for examples from the Bible. We have heard of Jacob, and that situation
Manoah.
was a little,
Dicey.
preference shown there, great love and great preference that led to great heartache.
Right, so.
We hear about Manoah and so on. There, and we hear about Job being a very good example of praying for the children, even when the children would have been in a situation where you're very concerned about their spiritual well-being.
Right.
We're not really sure what is happening, and we're concerned about their spiritual well-being. So we had good and we had, the bad examples, right? And we are learning from all of this that we should be very careful how we express our love,
Right.
So we need to be equal. So if we're going out to buy things, we should make sure that we're not, being very partial. We should make sure that we help in preparing our children for marriage and for the generation that they will bring forth.
Quite so.
And we're getting from Job also that we should be concerned about our children's spirituality.
Right.
So we have covered all those.